Oh my God, it's Shelly life. Their ex-ghost look at everything. She's winning, she throwing the world. Loves her, Shelly life. She unapologetic, sometimes misunderstood. She a boss, making boss moves, pushing, pressing past the pain. Shelly life, oh my God, it's Shelly life. Oh, it's Shelly life. She's talking about it, Shelly life. She's winning, Shelly life. Come on, fellas and ladies, let's pop our shit. It's Shelly life, oh, it's Shelly life.
Hey, everybody. We got the girl in the building today, y'all. We had to bring B Love Bird on this show today, y'all, for this hot topic we got going on out here, baby. So we gonna dive in, honey. The question of the day: do relationships really need validation online, in public, or with friends and family, or is private love stronger?
Well,
Is private love stronger, y'all?
I think so, because that means you're keeping people out of your business. So once you start putting people in your business, that's when stuff starts to go astray. Now, as far as the validity of a relationship, I think it needs to be talked about, because you may be thinking, "Hey, we booed up, we this, we that," but he be thinking like, "Shit, I just over here supposed to ask him for some head, and you look crazy."
Not ass and head.
Yep.
Not ass and head. Did she say
Shit.
ass and head?
Yep, I did.
So we're going to give people a little time to get in here. We're going to talk about these. Like, I get to run my little commercial, y'all. You know, I got to support the Tolly Tollies contacts. This is Melon Brown today, y'all. Melon Brown. They lovely Melon Brown. These are Melon Brown. That's what we rocking today. And we're talking about validation. So we don't have this discussion. And when y'all come in here, you come in here. And if you don't, you run it back. So validation.
What does validation mean to you?
What does validation means to someone when you think you're in a relationship? Yes, let's start there. Because you may think you're in a relationship and you're not in a relationship. You're just in something. I think two adults have to sit down and decide what they are to each other. Because you could be running around here thinking you got a whole boo, and that ain't really your boo.
He everybody
boo. So that is where I think validation comes in. Now, the bigger question of what people say is validation. Does it mean reassurance, or does it mean reassurance or insecurity? Do you think validation, telling someone any of these things mean that you're validating that you're insecure, or you just need reassurance constantly of who you are?
Well, I think for the initial, when you go out with somebody initially, it's just like the meet and greet type thing, right? Mm-hmm. So at that time, I think you should lay out the lines as to what you're expecting out of the relationship. Are we just kicking it? Are you in this relationship because you want something to grow? You looking for a marriage? You looking for this, that, and the third? So all of that needs to come up in the first conversation, because a lot of people want to know that, so you don't waste their time, especially if they know that's not what they're looking for, and they just want to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get shit misconstrued about a relationship. Just because we vibing, we having a good time, does not mean I want to be in a relationship with you. I just like to kick it with you when we're together. When we ain't, I'm good. So I can go out with this person, that person, whatever I want to do. But it's important to ask those questions. And some people don't want you to ask them no questions about nothing. So I'm the type of person I didn't know what we're doing.
I think what happens is if you don't, when a person is not sure where they stand with somebody, that gives you the grounds to do what you're still doing. You don't scale back nothing. You don't fall back. You continue doing the things you've been doing as a single person because there's nothing there. It's just like if you sit down and have a conversation with somebody about sex. Okay. We finna have sex together. We finna you're gonna come together at some point. You're gonna say, hey, I want to be seclusive with you, right? You're gonna tell somebody exclusive, yeah. Mm-hmm. Exclusive with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna say you want to be exclusive. Mm-hmm. Isn't it the same way as telling somebody if you with them?
What?
So when you decide to have sex with one partner, and y'all become like say, I'm gonna just do it with you, you're gonna do it with me. Okay. You're gonna have that discussion. Right. You're not gonna assume that this person is just sleeping with only you. Gotcha. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing as if somebody's saying, we together. Oh, we're not together. Oh, we're
you could say we together, but that could be in your mind, and I'd be like, no, we're not.
So that's why you ask the question.
But people get reassurance, security confused. Reassurance is me always telling you, making you feel like it's okay. You can do this, all that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Insecurity is like me wanting to check your drawers and do all this other stuff while I'm out. But those are the questions you need to ask because, like I said, you have to be on the same page. We got to know where we're going and what we're doing. If we're just kicking it, we're just kicking it. Don't ask me no questions about nothing else. Where I'm going, who I'm going with, am I doing all this stuff or whatever. If we decided we're just kicking it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Because some people want to change the rules in the middle of the game.
In the middle of the stream.
So and that's happened to me before. Like a dude was like, I don't want a relationship. I just want us to kick it. Da, da, da. So I'm getting ready to go out, packing my bag. Well, where you going? I said, that ain't what we doing.
We discuss it.
You said in the beginning, this is what it is. Don't ask me no questions. And that's just that.
And that's just the end of that. And that's where people go wrong because people be feeling like you can change stream. You just be on one road and that all of a sudden you want to be on this path and we ain't on that same page. So if I see you somewhere, we better dap up. Yep. Hey, and we keep it. But what happens when the person that you're dealing with does not want to give you clarification or validation?
Because they got other shit going on, but they want to gaslight you and keep pulling you and stringing you along until you just be like, you either gonna keep dealing with it or you're gonna tell them to fuck off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because people do that all the time. They'll be like, no, I just like spending. And you say, well, what are we doing? They can't never tell you what they're doing. They just wanna, and that's all you gotta say. We're just kicking it. I mean, I like you and all that, but I'm not looking for anything serious. I just like spending time with you whenever I'm with you and leave it at that. And I'm not gonna ask you no more questions. Don't ask me no more. And that's just it.
And that's the end of the conversation.
I see you when I see you.
Typically, that's not how it goes. So that's why in the beginning, you have this conversation of what are we looking for? If you're on the path, and I had this conversation with a girlfriend of mine yesterday. If you are looking for a husband, a relationship that's more committed, something that's more committed. Something that's more committed than just like, I'm going through it, but I'm trying to tell you. But I'm very hungry. But the commitment, I can't be on a bunch of show this crazy ass story y'all be laughing, y'all. And the inside joke is really it's really an inside joke at this point. But oh my gosh! But this is the thing: if you come into a situation and you tell somebody when you go in the gate and you say, hey, I ain't looking for no knockups. I don't need no, you know what I'm saying? Because sex, you can get, I always say this, you can get sex anywhere. You can do sex anywhere with anybody. That's easy. That's
people fucking won't feed you. I say that all the time.
They want to keep doing it, right? Once they get the cushion, they want to keep coming back for the cushion, right? So this is what we do. So you sit down and you had this conversation and you say, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for this, that, and the third. Not on the path that I'm on. I can't stop laughing.
I think you better be the
path that I'm on. If you're not on the path that I'm on, then we're on two totally different paths. Anyway, the path at the same time, I should say. The path at the same time. So that's where I think you have to have grown folk conversation and sit down and say, hey, this is what it is and this is what it's not. Because men and women will have you out here looking crazy as a box of beans.
But in the beginning, you got to ask the question of what are you looking for? I think you should ask that first. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, you kind of know where you're going. And people be lying. They say they want this, they want that, or they don't, but be gaslighting you along the way. And then you like I said, they want to change the rules in the middle of the game. But no, you can't do that because I'm going by what you said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at me when I'm out here living my best life and you think it.
And you notice what they do, right? They get mad. Yeah. They be mad.
Because guess what? You could be single. In my mind,
her concept is crazy. Like,
I'm married, I'm single. Like, I'm living her shit. Especially if I'm doing everything for myself.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not gonna dictate to me what I can't do. Got to check in with you and do.
Right.
No, I'm not doing all that. If I'm paying all my own bills, like I do. If I'm doing other stuff by myself, that's me shit about nothing. And that's just how it goes with Be Love Bird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's one. And the other question that we had in this thing, it says, can a relationship survive without verbal affirmations of love?
It's hard.
People
want to be appreciated.
Here comes reassurance again. Yeah. A man will look and say, oh, you need me to constantly tell you that. Oh, you need me to constantly tell me you're pretty. You need me to constantly tell you you look good, or your clothes is nice, or what's wrong with telling a woman that?
I mean, that's fine and good, but I'd rather you show me with actions. Like, you can tell me you love me and all this stuff, that's fine and good, but show me too. You know what I'm saying?
So like, you want a little bit of
the little small things is what matters to me, the smaller things, because the small shit adds up to a big thing when they're not doing it, whether it be you or him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, because you have men all the time, because men really just want to feel appreciated for real. Like, and supported. If you got the right time, if you got a real man, if it's a real man. Now, little boys, they I don't even want to talk about them, but a real man just want to be appreciated, especially when he's providing for you, he's protecting you, he's doing all these things for you. Mm-hmm. And you can even have a friend you just kicking it with and dating, and he look after you like that. He just don't want to be in a relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you know what it is. You know the hand you deal with it accordingly.
But that's what I'm saying. Once you know the hand that it is, that makes the difference. It's when you don't know the hand.
And people that because they want to show you a lot of times they're like, tell her this and she not fucking anymore because I really do I just don't want what she wants. Tell the person that.
And I think that's
or vice versa.
I think that's hey Juan. I think that's the easiest part of it all. I think the easy part is telling somebody what it really is. You can respect a man that can tell you what it is right off the gate. Hey, I'm messing with you. I like you like that, but at the end of the day, I don't want a commitment. I want to be booed up every once in a while. Because then you have the chance to say, okay, I'm gonna deal with that. I'll deal with that for a minute until I find me another brother that works out a little bit better for the situation I need.
But you got to be careful with that because a lot of people can like you a little bit too much and don't know how to take rejection, and that's when the crazies come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was just looking at something the other day. The girl that was on social media told the dude she didn't want to date him, and he started stalking her, following her, kind of abuse, all types of stuff, try to run over with her. He didn't want to go out with him, like rejection.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a double-edged sword. That's why you have to kind of feel people. I go off energies. If your energy, if I'm not feeling your energy from the gate, get on away from me because no.
Yeah, you gotta. I think I was talking about that yesterday about how a lot of people get hurt and harmed because they be in situations that they don't know. They're not aware of. Like you could be the validation part. You could be not knowing who you are. This man got a whole girlfriend and you in the midst of that craziness because he didn't tell you the truth.
Every day.
And it happens every day. And then you get caught up in this crazy, retarded stuff. And then you're trying to figure it out. And you got this crazy woman running around after you, thinking you done took her boyfriend.
And see, that's another thing, ladies. I'm talking to the ladies. When you mad, you're a man messing around with this other woman. 9 times out of 10, now sometimes she does know, but a lot of times she don't know. You want to go fight the woman and do all this other shit. Check your nigga. Yeah, check him because he knows that you're there. I'm gonna drag you on her, and he's still probably over here while you fussing with her, messing with the next girl he got on the side. Like, that's just stupid.
And that happens all the time. Men will get women into some craziness out of nowhere, and then they're looking crazy somewhere.
But yeah, that goes both ways because you just my biggest thing is respect. Respect me and whatever we're doing. I'm gonna do the same for you. Just let me know where we stand and where we're going, if anywhere. But just let me know, because if you see me out and I'm with somebody else, we haven't discussed what we are. We just kicking it at this point. So what you gonna be mad for?
And when do you get to a point in life when you're not kicking it anymore? What's the age when you're saying I'm not kicking it? Like, I'm not just kicking it.
I always kick it. When I'm 80, I'm gonna be kicking it.
I'm
gonna kick it.
I'm just saying, like, it's cool to kick it, but I think I'm just saying, you could be kicking with him, sleeping with him, he could be sleeping with her, and y'all kicking it.
That's going on all the time anyway.
But
but I'm just saying, like, a person could tell you we're gonna be monogamous. We're just gonna sleep with each other. You take it at face value. Yeah. So a man can tell you, or we can agree to only sleep with each other, but we can hang out with other people, go to dinner with other people, but we're not sleeping with them people. But I say that to say, just because they're telling you that doesn't mean that they're carrying on with what you agreed to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're gonna talk about what this man just said.
I have over 8 figures in disposable income, no debt, good health, no kids. What is missing from my life?
What are you looking for? Is the question, the bigger question. Mm-hmm. What are you looking for? Like, you got to think of what.
You got a bad personality. You arrogant. It could be a whole lot of things.
What's going on? What's going on with you? Because that, put out there what you want. I keep trying to say, put out there what you want. You got to put out here what you're looking for. And if you know it's not aligning up with what you want, step away from it, because it's not going anywhere anyway. If you're kicking it with people and you just run around here kicking it all the time and that's what you're doing every day, continue kicking it. But don't mess up somebody's whole life because of whatever.
What? Someone to be at my place all day, creating chaos, distancing me from potential kids, draining my finances, shouting at me, and using intimacy as a weapon. Count me in. Who wants that shit?
You want somebody to yell at you?
You want somebody to do that? Somebody misunderstand how you.
Okay, I'm hoping that's not what you meant. That sounds kind of strange.
That's toxic.
Like, I would hope you don't want this to be fighting with somebody and their children. This is crazy. Hey, Lion.
Hey, Lion.
Love, but two beautiful queens. I'm taking you guys soon for a meal. Oh, come on, take us for we like to eat. Come on down, honey. Feed us. We love to eat all day, every day.
But I lost my train of thought. I was about to say,
what's the big focus? Put what questions we have, because they say you being sarcastic. Oh, you being you don't want confusion and foolishness on around you. That makes sense. That makes more sense. But okay, so you take a guy like Mr. Thor here. So you're saying you have all these things that you're offering, and you still can't find someone that is what a good person, or is it what you're attracting? Because sometimes you attract you. That's a lot of the problem. Sometimes you're attracting yourself. You could be attracted. They say, like, I used to have a problem like that. Like, I used to attract really hood guys, like thugs, and like, she's laughing, but it's so true. I used to attract a type of guy all the time, no matter how much I tried to, stare away from it, and come back to me, these same type of guys. So one day, pastor said to me, hey, you need to look at yourself. You need to look at what's your energy giving off that you keep attracting these type of men, because it's something about you that you're giving off that you keep attracting these same kind of guys. And I really had to do some soul searching. So I had to go, I don't want these little thugs. No, I want a wholesome one. I want one that go to church, one that, know the Lord a little bit. You saw she looking at me if I'm
You've
dead
been
ass.
to church 2 times this year. Now you
Yes,
want
yes,
to go to
yes. I want to go to church. Have your life right.
My father told me when you marry a woman, she would spend the next 25 years trying to change you into somebody else. Then she would turn around and say, "You're not the man I married. I want a divorce." I don't agree with that. Because for one, communication is key. Two, you have to make your expectations known up front, because you don't want to have that unspoken thing where, well, they should already know this. They should know this by now. They should know. You need to tell a person what it is you want, what you're looking for. Because yeah, I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna guess. If I ask you how you feeling or what's wrong with you, and I might ask you 2 times. If you're lucky, I may ask 3 times. After that third time, if you be like, nah, guess what? When you're ready to talk about that shit, I don't want to hear it, because you should have came to me and talked about it when I asked you to. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Like, go on.
Yeah, we talked about body count yesterday. Women that doesn't have a lot of body count.
That don't mean they've been through less. They can have that one man that beat the shit out of her and she was scared to do it.
That gave them, reason to body. Yeah, we talked about body count yesterday, and it's really, you don't want a person to have a whole lot of mileage, that's just worn and torn and got a lot going on. You want
overhaul,
but you I think it's appropriate to ask somebody for their STD records versus saying how many people you done slept with. Say, where's your papers for the last 2 years?
Get that chart, my chart.
My chart, my chart you can download,
Get that my chart, honey. For me, I need a beautiful black queen who obeys the law of Torah commandments. I am a committed man, not out here bed hopping. But people still doing that. Fulton County is number 1 for HIV right now. DeKalb County is number 2.
Did you see it on the thing I posted?
Did you post it? I saw it on something else.
Yeah, that girl that was talking about all this, how HIV is really big, and I think Atlanta was there. I think it was at 20. Atlanta cases don't report cases. That's the thing.
Exactly.
You got to be out here. But I think let's go back to this topic though. This topic of validation. So that's where we are with this topic today. We want to talk about the topic of validation.
And you say that now. A lot of people don't think a relationship is valid if you ain't let them sleep with you yet, which is stupid and immature.
That's immature. That's so stupid, because that's like you a child. Like you're just a child at that point. Like
what I'm gonna do? Why I'm gonna do that for you? You ain't even gave me this yet. So, and
it's not. If you go back to if a man cannot wait and hold himself out for a month or so, or 2 or 3, or however long it takes to get the cutty, that's probably not somebody you want to be fooling with. The cutty. That's probably not somebody you want to really deal with, because it's like, are you hard up for some ass? I mean, you can't be. Like, it's not, what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be that serious to the point where you have to be like, oh, I gotta go get it. I gotta get some. No, it's just not that serious.
Okay, so some questions, those are questions that you can ask the person when you first kicking it or whatever. But these days, men like, I'm looking for a wife. They say, I'm looking for a wife.
Yeah, and why
I know you want some bullshit.
And why does men feel like? Why does a man feel like they have to say that first? Does it sound like
not looking for that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that, typically when a guy comes, that's the first thing he's pitching. It's like, I'm looking for my future, my wife, my being, my soulmate. Some may use other terminology. Some may, some people just want a body in the bed. Somebody to be booed up when they want to. It's going to be wintertime. Niggas is finna be in the house. See, they're outside now. They're finna be inside.
Yeah, because you can fill up all of the air right now.
They're gonna be looking for the women. They're gonna be like, oh, that's the girl right there. I need somebody to hold on to. It's summertime, y'all run free, and then in the wintertime, y'all be ready to be cuddled up. It's weird.
That first flower come out in the spring, and niggas like,
it had to flop good now. They be running out of reassurance and insecurity. Like what you said, words. People use those words wrong. Very, very, very wrong.
Because you can ask somebody something like, you need to be real sure. If I ask you, like, where we going? Is this going somewhere?
That's off the show.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for the people that just purchased tickets.
You can ask a person, like, where are we going? What are we doing? Are you looking for something long term? Are you looking to build something? Are you dating with purpose? Are you, just out here just want a good time? Those are things you ask. Therefore, if you upfront with the person, I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I'm like, when you meet somebody, why do you start out lying? I don't know you from anybody.
Anywhere.
So you don't start out lying. So once I find out you lie, what else you done lied about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like dudes do it all the time. They be like, yeah, you know, I'm this and that, and then you start saying shit, and the math ain't math, and you like, what? Yeah, and you like, what you said? Oh, I'm about to change it in the last one because be straight up about what you want.
Take that first lie, baby. That you got to figure.
And you got to keep trying to figure out.
Now you got to be trying to figure out what you told what.
I know that's right, one.
Yeah, I mean, you should. Men should want to. But you want to get to know somebody, because people live different lives. I could be a person that people might say I'm OCD. I like everything in order, which I do. I can't make nobody this messy because it'll drive me crazy. Like I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try to because it would be something that would irritate me, and I know that. So I wouldn't even put myself out there. I'd be like, we ain't even compatible. Like we just not because you messy. You messy as hell. You said women
do the same shit. Yeah,
we do, but we don't do it the same way men do it though. Mr. Atlanta Live. Men are messy. Men are just messy. They come with lies that's unnecessary. I'm like this. If you want to be out here and you want to be screwing, say that in the beginning because we could. Then it's up to me to say, hey, I want to just keep doing this. Or I don't want to do this because it's going nowhere. You meet outside. Don't say, I like you. I like kicking, like hanging out. I want to, figure out where this is going. And that's not what you mean in the back of your mind. And it becomes this disaster down the road because now you're trying to figure out shit. Trying to figure out the what's and the what's not.
You know what I can't stand? Them I love you at first sight type niggas. If you man, listen here.
I love everybody at first sight. I love people, so I just love.
I love people. They talk about in love.
No, I ain't in love.
That's what I'm talking about. You be like, what? You just saw my face. I already know you're gonna be my wife. I already know this. I don't know that. The Lord.
And they don't even know it. They thinking it.
Yeah,
they think. But that's sometimes you have to make it make sense. Insecurity. Let's talk about insecurity.
Okay. What about it?
Insecurity has nothing to do with validation. I disagree with that all the way around. Neither one of those words go with validation. First of all, an insecure person, in my book, is that's going through your phone, wondering where you are all hours of the day, trying to figure where you at, checking your drawers, sniffing your underwear, probably sniffing you when you walk through the door, doing drive-bys. That's an insecure person. But if you with somebody ain't never asking you what you're doing, they probably ain't insecure.
You're right, Mr. Atlanta Live. You do have to speak things into existence. I said it all the time. You got to manifest the things that you want. Hey, Roger. But yeah, you got to manifest the things that you want in your life, whether it be, whatever.
It's at the bottom of the screen, Roger. Your relationships really need validation online or in public.
But I don't like an insecure person because it's like you have to always keep proving to them. I'm after y'all. You're not doing this, and I'm not going to keep sitting here explaining to you. I told you I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that, and you got to constantly reassure them and try to, in a way, kind of feed their ego to let them know. Look, listen, I'm just dealing with you. I'm not doing it, but if a person is you do something wrong, they're gonna always think in mind that you're doing what you're not doing.
There's a fine line too. She's eating famous Cheerios. There are some things that does not fall into insecurity.
Yeah.
You asking a question one day out of a week is not being insecure. If you're saying this don't make no sense, it ain't adding up, that's a whole nother story. Because there are men that lie, and they lie all the time. So you may be feeling some type of, women got good intuition. And you can tell when some shit is off around you. You be like, oh no, that shit something ain't right with this water. And even if the person don't ever bring it to your attention, you already know something's wrong with it by the movement of the man. You can figure out how a man is moving with you, where you fall in their life. I mean, literally you can. If you are forever just some things happening and you can't figure it out, it's some stuff that you might have to open your eyes to and be like, wait a minute now. This ain't even ain't even adding up in my own head. That's different.
That was some insecure men before, and I don't like anything about it because number one, I'm straight up. I'm gonna tell you what it is that I'm feeling. You never have to guess with me, first of all. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if you sitting here and you're making up scenarios in your head, and you think that's what I'm doing, I'm not gonna try to keep
telling
convincing
you
otherwise that this is not what I'm doing, because I'll tell you what I'm hiring for. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and I do it in your face. It's not being disrespectful, but at that point, I've gotten tired of telling you this 100,000 times, and I'm not gonna keep doing that or subjecting myself to it, giving myself a headache. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Marcus.
I'm just not gonna do it, because at the end of the day, if you know me, you know how I move, and you shouldn't have to ask me certain questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not going to keep repeating the same things. Like, I think there's a between a whole lot of words there. We got to think about words we're using. You know, I like insecurity.
I don't like
if anybody to fall, I'm probably too laid back when it comes to people, because they might look at me, B might look at me like, girl, you don't never ask a nigga where you going. And I don't. I'm like, question. And if I'm gonna cheat, first of all, I ain't good at it. I tell you that all the time. I'm not a good cheater. I probably get caught. I'd rather just tell you.
I'm not gonna cheat.
Look, I'm just gonna tell you, hey, this ain't it. I ain't feeling the flavor. And especially if there's some bad stuff going on, you know, I'm already probably out the door.
I'm not a cheater. If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it. And then by that time, you already know what it is between me and whoever. Listen, I'm doing me. Go ahead out. If you see me somewhere, don't ask me to say what's up and keep it moving. Leave me alone. Just go about your day, because I'm not good at hiding shit from somebody. I just do what I'm gonna do. Because I'm everywhere.
And especially if y'all know me, I'm Shelly Live all over Atlanta. So I'm always gonna be somewhere crunk and lit. Now, if somebody wants to take that out of order and say, oh, she was out here hugging up on this dude, she was talking to this, that's what we do. It's content creator. We socialize. Right? But I would think that if I'm dating someone, they would understand the assignment.
They will in the beginning until it starts getting serious, and then they want you to change
how
what
would you
you're
do
doing.
But you can't take a person one way and then down the road you want to change it, which
but
is
see,
always
that goes
my
back
problem.
to what he said when he said his daddy said, when a woman gets you, she'll try to change you once you get married. Men do it all the time. That's just like if you meet a woman, she got on a mini skirt, she got on her heels or her red lipstick, all this type of stuff. You loved it when you first met her. You loved it. But now that you got her, you want her to change that. You want her to tone down how she dressed. You want her to wear long skirts, long dresses, don't wear shit, all this type of shit. But this is how you met. But now you're trying to change her.
You said we're talking real.
That's what we do, Mike.
Mike, we pimp, but you ain't know.
Can't pimp because I'm a pimp myself.
It's not no pimp shit. It's for real shit though. Like, you know, I think at a certain age, I want to say maybe 40 to going forward, you cannot. You don't have to lie no more. We don't live in the age where you gotta lie no more. It's to the point because it's so many, it's so many women. So I already know that's the energy. Either you're gonna come this way, or this way. That's just how it works. Period. Just pick which one you want to be in. Stay in the lane that you choose. If you choose to say, oh, I just want to be screwing you all day long, we can screw to the ceiling fall off. But don't say, you know, I want something more if your mind ain't on more. You see what I'm saying? That makes no sense. That's confusing to anybody.
It's like when you talk to somebody and you ask them, what are we, back to what we was talking about a few weeks ago, and they say, you just need reassurance all the time. Because I ask you what we're doing. Yeah. That's not reassurance. That's me asking what we're doing, where we're going. So I know how to move for myself and I know how to move with you.
Exactly. Because
that was deflecting.
There's the thing, if you don't want to step on nobody's toes. So I'm a real believer in, if I'm not in something, if I'm not in a relationship, I'm going to move like I'm not in one. If I feel like I'm with somebody and we're doing something, we're going, and I might go for some dumb shit every once. When dumb shit don't add up no more, that's when my brain kicks in. I'll be like, wait a minute now, something ain't right with this picture. People are going to let you know, especially a man, where you sit. You keep telling somebody the same thing and it doesn't change, there's something wrong with that. And it shouldn't take a me or her or anybody else saying, hey, what's really going on? What's really going on here? You in your mind already know that's the problem. You already know there's something going on that's not right. And you know why the person's asking you, because it's uncomfortable. That's still wrong. And now I'm sitting here trying to figure shit out. That makes no sense to me.
First of all, any man, any woman, anybody, if they really want to be with you, they're going to find time to spend with you. You don't have to hunt them down and spend time with you. Because people make time for what they want to make time for. If they ain't making time for you, that means they don't really want to be fucking
now. But then you
they make time for who they want to make time for.
You have the people that will spend time with you and still cannot answer. They don't like the asking. They don't like to to push away from deflection. They come out here like, oh no, it's just too much. You just sit, and then they start making you feel some type of way about stuff you do. I came out of a relationship like that. Every time I had a question, it was always, oh, here we go. Okay, but I'm asking, it's a question. If you say to me,
want to answer shit,
if you say to me,
doing other things.
Yeah, if you say, I can ask you anything. We're supposed to be ride or die, best friends, or whatever we're doing, and I can't ask you nothing, never, no day. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem for me.
I'm not in programming a Black woman. If she has respect for herself, and she's not about the streets. Now that's my kind of Black woman. That we have the similar goals to build a future together, bringing money together to have a beautiful life together. That sounds great. That's what everybody wants.
What everybody probably want. And
a lot of people say that's what they want, but they're not. They don't do this for everybody.
Mike, be quiet.
So it's like all get me wrong. Everybody wants somebody to spend time with or ever. At what extent do you have to tolerate somebody's bullshit to have that, for them to give you a headache? Because one thing you ain't gonna do to be lovebird is disturb my peace.
Yeah,
going right back where you came from.
When it comes to me thinking too hard, I check out. And I tell people all that. I'm real easy. I'm probably one of the easiest women to get along with, I think. But when it comes to my head hurting and she looking at me, but I really am. I don't give a whole lot of pushback on niggas. I just don't. Until I don't. When I'm done, I'm done. And when I'm irritated, I'm irritated. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I don't like to jump out of people because I could be a whole monster in that frame of mind.
But then you're wrong.
But then I'm wrong if I do it. So what I do is I deal with until I just be like, man, before I say something out the side of my neck that's probably gonna come out not right, let me just pull my scale myself back.
That's what you gotta do.
Because people will get you twisted up. And I think a lot of people get me twisted up. Y'all say it all the time. My girls say it all the time. You so quiet, you don't say that. You make me just do this, do that, do it. When I do speak, it volumes. I don't have to do no movement. I'm gonna exit. It's just gonna be talking about it, and we trying to figure out what happened here. No, I'm just gonna move on the assignment and say this is not working out for me because you're missing the assignment. People don't see it coming. A lot of times I've been married twice. So my ex-husbands, they probably didn't know what was going on when it hit them. It was just like, okay, you keep doing that. I keep.
Well, you do now. When you check out,
I check out, and I cannot help it. I'm a Capricorn, y'all. I check out completely. I shut it off in my head. I start scaling back slowly. Less is more. It's less stuff, less conversation, less pushback, and I just check out. And then when I'm done, I'm done. There is no reversing. There is no let's go back and figure out what happened here, because I've given you and I've told you. If I tell you what I am and who I am, and you take on this person and you decide you want to run out here and do it a little different, that's on you.
Well, I ain't built like that because I can't keep shit in, but I'm gonna make it hurt trying to spread your feelings. What I think is the pleasure of making my damn head hurt. Look, nigga, this how this going, and I'm pushing it. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm at this point in my life, I don't have time for nobody's bullshit.
No,
I do not. Like, if you step to me, step like you got some sense and just come as your authentic self. Don't be sending no representatives around here to talk about you want this, want that, but then a week or two down the road, all this other stuff start coming out. No, take your ass on back where you came from. I'm not.
Yeah, this is. I think relationships, all in all, is simple. I don't think it's about validation. You don't got to shop me out online. I don't need no whole entourage of you showing me off on your Facebook page or your TikTok page, whatever page. We ain't got to do none of that. I just need to know where I stand with somebody. That's period, point blank, in any relationship I've had, I gotta know why I'm because I'm not gonna be out here looking crazy, just looking crazy.
And then you the only one somewhere where
you be like, now hold up, and I'm not gonna be nobody's either. You know, baby, a man can make you a secret in 5 seconds.
I tell nigga, I'm not a secret, honey.
I'm not a roach. I don't come out at night. I don't come out at night, y'all.
You are not a roach.
I don't know what I'm not a roach, y'all. I come out during the day. You don't scatter when the lights turn on. No, yeah, I'm not a roach, y'all. That was a running joke that me and Vaughn had for a good little while.
You is not a roach.
I'm not a roach.
Around here late at night, boy.
You got to
come to see me in the daytime. Call me in the morning so that we can get our day started. Don't come call me no 7, 8 o'clock because the only thing open is you want somebody to have their legs open. You ain't bringing no food. You ain't bringing no wine. You just want to come sit up in my face. No, keep your ass where you was at. No, I'm not doing that at all.
You got to. I'm telling you, you got. It's not about showing somebody off. It's about knowing where you are.
Knowing where you stand.
You're not gonna keep going everywhere solo, and I'm always home. It's not gonna happen.
Then call after they went and had their fun. What you doing? What you doing? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Shit.
Y'all think that because she like to feel like nigga.
What you doing? I'm a grown ass woman. You didn't say what? Put your clothes on. We going so and so and so and so. Don't call me with no what you doing.
Yeah, and I think what has happened to women, we've turned to gangster men. We have turned out like y'all men, you know, because men be doing some to the point where you jump in and you be like, all this shit is crazy. You know, it's crazy and it's confusing. That part.
Girl, I went out with this man and he said, oh, and I went to his house, guys. I was real skeptical. So I met the first few times and, you know, we met out in public or whatever. So he's like, well, I got something come over here, whatever. I said, okay, cool. As soon as I walked in, I said, you got a nice house. I just need a woman in here when you moving in. I said, who? I said, I got to get up early in the morning. I
don't understand this.
I got to school in the morning. I got my shit and left so fast.
Yeah, so people can scare you right at their house.
He got scared like, wait a minute. What? Like, no. And then mind you, this lady, you don't have
what's going on here? He said he don't like a narcissist black woman. I would drop her faster than a speed of light, baby. I
That's a man too, one.
That is true. Y'all can't. Y'all telling you. You got to give niggas their own energy. See what my shirt say? I match energy. I'm gonna meet you where you meet me. You meet me like you don't know, I'm gonna act confused. You meet me like you know, I'm gonna act like I got some sense.
Like my other t-shirt today say, don't ask me for shit.
I'm just saying that I have learned before. I might have been a little, you know, I might be a little what's the word? The tip of my head. I want to say submissive because I'm not submissive, but
you can be a little bit.
I can be like. I believe a man should lead. I
believe that.
I believe a man should lead. Like, I don't want to have to be the nigga and the woman. Like,
you always say I'm too hard, but my thing is this. If you could show me that you can lead, I can fall back and be that woman. But if you can't let neighborhood and follow your ass, no.
Following you. I'm not riding the wave. I mean, but that's true.
I wish I could be that woman though, like to somebody that's gonna take charge and I don't have to worry about shit.
What they doing and how they doing. Yeah, you
gonna be awesome, y'all. So I am single, I am free, but I ain't free, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm single, listen, ready to mingle if y'all got y'all head and y'all on straight y'all shit together. Otherwise, bypass me. That's all I'm saying.
That's the same thing, you know. That's the same thing. It's not like you have to be in. Women ain't out here just dying to be in relationships.
No.
It's just when you get to a place in your life and you know what you want, you don't want to be out here just running around with everybody. It's very easy to date in Atlanta. That is the simple thing, but it's what you get. What's the quality?
Ooh, child,
what's the quality to what you're getting? You might get something. You might be like, "What in the G?"
Look, I was just going on the T app before you date.
Go on T, y'all. T is giving them about Atlanta man.
T give it the T.
You put a nigga name in the baby mamas done came out there and bashed them. They all got it.
They looked up somebody and it was on there and he had like one little comment, but I was niggas be like,
Mike, you better stop. Mike, stop it and say, we not though. You
run.
Don't run or run this way. Run to us. You know, but but see, men know what they can get and what they can. Men want what they can't even handle.
I'm trying to say
they want what they cannot handle at all. Some things is out of your league. I mean, it really is.
I want to be home one day and my man come home, food ready, house spotless, everything, and he know how to treat you when you walk in the door. I would love to have that shit, but as of right now, I got to do all that for myself.
Yeah, I can love on me by myself. My shit is clean. It's pencil clean. You know, I know how to keep a house together. I know how to cook. Okay. I'm saying, like, I don't have to figure this out. To be women. So I know how to be a woman, but I also know how to be a whole asshole too. Yeah, like, I know how to give business. I'm giving.
No, she can get to me.
Yes, a minute. Like, I know how to be her and not her. Like,
you have to be though,
because people will over you and act like they have no idea.
I'm on that soft girl era. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be all hard all the time because I got to do everything. I scared what? I scared boss.
No, but serious. You have to know where you stand with somebody.
You have to make things known. Because like I mean to cut you off. But like I said, you know, you have to go into meeting these people when you are like, what are you looking for? Are you this or what are you expecting of me? Because I already know. And then too now, you can go out with people just to have a good time, just to kick it. You already know you're just going out for a good time because they're not your type. You're just going to kick it. You know what I'm saying? So men always assume when they're taking you out, like you interest, you want a relationship, you want this. No, it's not like that. I'm just going, one, because I'm a nice person. Two, because I just want to go out and just have some adult fun. Mm-hmm. And three, that don't mean I want to spend about you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you know, and people get that misconstrued as well. So that's why you have to ask those questions in the beginning, you know, so that you already know where you stand and we can be cool as friends and you can keep on looking and keep on moving how you've been moving.
Exactly. Because it's like I have guy friends. There are a lot of guys probably have more guy friends than my girlfriends.
I do.
You know, and that's what they are. They're just that. They're friends. We ain't having no sex. We ain't doing none of that. We kicking it because I like hanging out with dudes. I have a good time. We laugh. We can kick bobo. Yeah. You know, you could. That's my run buddy. Hey, what we doing? How we doing this? Let's go do this. Let's go run. Let's go get some drinks. You have those, but when you become, and I ain't intimate with them, they my friends, and that's what they are. They're not. I'm not hiding them from whoever I'm talking to. They're not hiding in the couches. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not putting passwords and hiding my phone. The couches. I'll be hiding in the crack of the couches. I'm not doing none of that extra shit. I'm not doing it. I just don't. I don't have the energy or the time. So at the end of the day, when I stand where I stand with somebody, I need to know what I'm standing with you, and you standing with me, and I'm not ahead looking crazy.
But don't be taking up my space or my time just to keep somebody else from getting it.
Yeah. I know that part too.
You know, a lot of times too, when they start, they want time to shoot that time committed to anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not committed to anything. They just want your time, but be all in an uproar and have their jaws in a bunch when you go out with another man.
Right.
Because I feel like this, don't take up the space for somebody who's actually supposed to be there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because you could be holding up room and my husband could have walked by.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
He left the building.
That's what I mean. And it happens all the time.
It happens all the time. With us great women, we put up with a lot of
if you eat that $100 dinner, we'd together.
Mike, you're stupid.
Hey, look, Mike, that's why you got to have $100 in your pocket. Be like, look, I pay for my own. I'm good. So you ain't got to be worried about that. You be free for the next 15
what?
years.
What are you talking about? You be what? $100. Remember what's the name for that 10 ounce? I got $50.
I got it. I got
$50 on it.
You ain't gonna never let that
I ain't never gonna let that shit go. You got $50.
It was your cousin.
It was eat whatever you want. It was my broken.
I was like this, y'all. I said,
she was so embarrassed. He had that table that $50. I got $50 to eat whatever you want. They was at Outback. You know Outback is
but 25 years
ago. It was hilarious when she told me. I could not stop laughing. I said, "This so food." But yeah, I need everybody that's watching me right now to click that share button to the next share. I need these shares to go up.
And we need y'all to buy these tickets for this premiere.
I just had somebody spend $110 for I'm assuming they paid for some drinks and and
Yeah,
and
they're gonna be
place
drinking a lot then.
Yeah, they paid for $2 salt and
Yeah.
drink. But the people that's following the assignment, go down, hit
They
that
pay
screen,
for 4 drinks,
hit share, and hit like, and hit like, and hit like.
Hit the like again and like again.
But
Mike, you need to come on and go ahead and send that money for this ticket. All of y'all have won. I know you in Baltimore. But the rest of y'all, go ahead and click it because y'all, it's gonna be a great night. It's gonna be a great night. But anywho, y'all,
so yeah, you gotta get Mike. So he got to roll. You finished talking shit, Mike. You finished shit for the day.
When I told Mike to send some money, he said, "I see y'all."
That's $100 right there on my tell him. That's $100 that you want to have.
Mike, I gotta run. I see y'all.
I got to go. You talk about coins, honey. Coins.
Oh my God.
Follow the assignment though, but men and women alike, both men and women. You know, I would say in these last couple of hours, this last couple of minutes of the show, be sure to make it known what you want from the jump. It's very simple, because if two people are looking for two different things, they it's no need for you trying to do something if you're not on the page that somebody else is on. It's just a waste of time, actually.
I'm getting ready to be 61 next month. I need and want a Black woman that will be my best friend. She's all I'm looking for, mind, body, and good spirit. Don't care about any other women. I'll be happy at home, coming home to my ride or die, beautiful Black queen. Okay.
So let me ask you a question, Juan. What do you think is the problem why you're not getting this beautiful Black woman? Like, what is causing that not to happen? Is it what you're running into? Say this quite often on a lot of the shows that I've done and a lot of lives that I've been on, you know, that it's something about women, and it could be the ones that you're, like I said, like I had to look at myself. I kept attracting thugs, and I couldn't understand that everybody that I dated always been on death row or in prison. And I've been trying to
I'm about to say something.
I've been trying to run from you know what I'm saying? So you have to think about what you
said death row.
Baby, I don't know what, but I had to really like look at myself and was like, what is really going on here? Like every time I look up, it's somebody that did 10 years or 15 or 25 or 30. I'm like, this cannot be.
Why did you attract these devils?
I don't know. I done dated the whole Billman family. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's horrible.
Look, or either you got a court date this week.
Don't say no. I don't know what it is about the energy, but I been bringing it back to the universe. I'm saying, I don't want this, 10 to 4, whatever it is.
But on some real shit, though, this is off topic. Every dude that I know that's been in prison for however long, and they come home and doing better than the dudes that's been out here and ain't been to jail. They be on their shit. But they had a lot of time to make plans, too.
They had a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah, they had a lot of time to think about it. But they be on their shit, and I came out, started businesses, got several cribs, all this type of stuff. And you ain't been to the county jail in a day and ain't got nothing going on for yourself. Like, come on now, make it make sense.
The moral of the story is say what you want, know what you want when you want it,
Say what
and
you
be
mean,
honest.
what
Be honest. I don't think it's about validation. I don't think it's about insecurity. I don't think it's about reassurance. I think it's letting people know where they stand with you, how they stand with you. And it's not a bad thing. Don't look at that to be in any relationship to be a bad thing. And don't let nobody make you feel bad for asking.
But back to the validation thing, right? So you could be in a relationship already with a person, but they constantly need validation and reassurance from you. You got to feed their ego. You got to tell them this. You got to tell them that. Like, why? Why do you need it? Some people are just so insecure. They feel like, or they've been like downplayed so much of their life. They just have to hear it all the time. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I appreciate everything. I tell you, you look nice and all that, but I'm not going to do that every 5 seconds. I'm nice of a good person. My spirit's filled with the Most High.
Okay, so it's not.
But no, I'm saying that to say, like, sometimes people need validation inside the relationship because that's like your man always got to tell you, you beautiful, you fine, you this, you that. Like, and then it's like you don't feel valid. Let's say you dressed up, you walk out the door and you don't feel like you look good until he puts his stamp on and say, okay, baby, you look good, you look nice. Then you okay.
That's a bit much. If you're in a relationship, no, I think
that's what it stands.
I do think we lose certain things in relationships. Like we get in relationships and then we forget.
But I have to date.
Yeah, date me still. You know, surprise me with stuff. Let me surprise you. Let me look at my guy and praise him and say, "You're baby, you look amazing today." Even if you don't, you know, just something to make you feel like I'm fucking with you. There's women that can walk in their house, their hairstyle be changed. That man don't never notice it. They don't look up. You just there's nothing about you that
you walk in and niggas say, "What we eating today?"
What we eating today? It's automatic. You gotta still keep
Court me, date me,
make me feel some type of way. And I don't think that's validation. I think in certain situations you grow apart when you don't have those things anymore, because he's gonna go and he's gonna look at the next girl and be like, "Oh, she look good." When he with his single boys, she look good. Oh, yeah, she gets.
But he can't tell his woman.
But you can't tell your woman that. That's kind of like that. Don't make no sense to me. So why not praise up the one you got? Because a man needs it too. Mm-hmm. There's no man walking around here that they don't want their woman to ever tell you, "Damn, baby, you look good today. Baby, you wearing that shirt. Baby, I like the way
you smell good.
You smell good." You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a little bit of that to some degree. Like you can't just be walking in every day. I understand and be God's word, but also I love it of both of them. To keep a relationship going nowadays, you got to have a little bit of both. You can't.
Because what happens is, just like he's saying that about somebody else out in the streets, when you walk out, a million niggas looking at you and he mad about it, but you're not doing that to her at home.
But you're not.
That's not validation. This is like letting your woman know, like, "Damn, baby, you still got it. You look good." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you don't have to say that, because, like I said, I'm a woman of action. I like actions, but it's also nice to hear.
To hear something, and it don't mean every day. You ain't got to tell me every day I'm cute or every day this. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, when you see something that's different and you acknowledge and say, "Oh, baby, I just realized you got that streak in your hair. Right. You see that yesterday." You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the man in tune with his woman.
That's a man that, you know, and it's something about that energy that's real, like, it's real. It makes you want to give a man a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that come home, let me fuck you and suck you kind of energy. Like, baby, let me lay it down, because this nigga just told me you want it to have. You want to have that when you be saying, like, I like the idea of walking overalls and he done came from, you know, slinging trash, whatever his job might be, and I look at him, I be like, "Damn, that nigga look good and dirty. That motherfucker look good and dirty."
Well, you still gonna have to go wash your ass.
Wash your ass. But get what though? I'm gonna be waiting and ready.
It's a shower waiting on.
You know, just something different. You come home, you know, worked hard. Your girl, she got your bath made for you. You ain't really doing much. You know what I'm saying? And it's not nothing wrong with saying, "Thank you, baby. That was nice of you to do that for me. That was real. That was super dope." But we want it too, though.
But men have come so accustomed to not expecting that, because women just don't really do it no more.
Because why? We have turned into gangsters. We have literally turned into whole gangsters. We're like, okay.
Y'all good ones let these bum ass niggas come along and mess up the game.
I'm telling you, you gotta pay attention to the assignment, y'all. Y'all gotta pay attention to the movement, what's going on here. There's women that's gonna give you what you're asking for. Mm-hmm. There's women that are gonna just come along for the ride, and they come along for your pocket and everything else. And then there's with stability, and that you want something, present that. Make that be your leading talk off.
So would you rather be in a relationship that you're not getting anything that you need out of it, right? Mm-hmm. And you stay and stick with that person just because it's comfortable, or just like fuck it and move on and meet somebody else and go about your day?
I would say
because you know, a lot of people living with people and they just unhappy. I can't do that.
I don't want to be unhappy in my house.
You know, I know people that, you know, they living with people and they're miserable. Like, they know it's not going there, but they're comfortable. It's familiar.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It's familiar, and they, you know, and they quick to say it's just too hard out here to be trying to start over, and it's too hard out here to do this. It's too hard out. Man,
you become familiar with the situation. You don't care what it's like.
I'm gone.
I don't want to be familiar with that to the point where I'm unhappy in it. I want to be able to.
I can't be somewhere being unhappy.
Yeah, laughter. Me, I'm goofy. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I don't want to be. It's in prison in your own home is a lot.
In your mind.
In your mind. Your person come home and you look at them like, "Damn, here they come."
Your head start hurting.
Here they come. Oh Lord, what's the?
I don't want to live like that. I'm not gonna live like that.
No, I'd rather be single. Like it's not. It's. I always tell y'all that it's not that serious. It's never that serious. But when you
or somebody trying to steal your joy all the time. Every time you
Right.
walk in, you come in happy and they got an attitude. What you smile for?
that
Why
the
you
attitude is there
you
on
know,
the
it happens,
table.
and you like, but what you trying? You dancing and you think, what you doing all that for? Why you doing that?
Right.
Don't steal somebody else's joy. Take your crabby ass on somewhere else where ain't nobody got to put up with you or be bothered with you. But then as soon as the woman try to leave you, it's the whole issue. You want to pull out all the stops to make her stay, only for you to revert back to what you were doing already. Let that person go. Leave them alone. Let them go on about their day. People do it all the time.
You gotta just, I'm telling you, I would say to end this live, you know, y'all, men, women, both that we're talking to today, this topic had popped up on my little thing. I be searching topics, hot topics that I be going through. And so and this was the one to talk to men and women. And you know, and people say they need a little bit of both. A lot of people need a little bit of both of them. You know, sometimes you need to be validated. Sometimes you need to be told you're beautiful. Sometimes you need to be told, hey, you know what, you cooked that dinner good. That chicken tastes
like confidence.
Yeah, that chicken tastes good, baby. It was a little salty, but it was good. I'm saying, say something. You can't just be in something and never know nothing. You know,
I feel like a person that has to be validated all the time within the relationship has a lack of self-esteem and a lack
in the relationship if you're in one.
That's what I'm saying. Because it still applies.
Yeah.
It still applies. Because if you have low self-esteem, you don't have the confidence, and then if somebody says something to you, a piece like, what you got that on for? You look fat in that. You just going out of shit. You don't want to go outside. You don't do nothing.
But it's also deliverance. You can say stuff and don't be hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to. A lot of men like to downplay their women, but then they'll go look at somebody that got on something even crazier than that. A lot of men like to change how you are. They want to change everything about you, but they don't change themselves. Sometimes you got to start with you. You got to look at yourself and say, I like the nigga that I am.
And you look right, you know, about delivery. I tell you all the time, I mean well, but my delivery is
sometimes
really bad.
The deliverance is awful. You be like, what in the world? You know, and a man
I'm working on that, y'all. I'm a work in progress. I just say what I feel, and usually first thing that comes to my mind, I'm getting better at it though. But it still be the truth. I'm a truth teller and I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit.
Yeah, you can't be running around here just hurting your girl's feelings and thinking she gonna be just, you know, just
some people just mean spirited though and just want to take the joy out of somebody though.
Thank you. It'll pop up tomorrow. But yeah, that's just to put the icing on the cake, y'all, and just say, you know, we just gotta learn how to get better with communicating. I think
y'all validate these things and these talking to these men and women. Let them know where you come from, what you're trying to do, where you wanted to go somewhere, if you out just to get some ass or whatever you're doing. Let that be known in the beginning. That way you won't waste anybody's time.
And it's so simple.
Because you know you could treat somebody nice and they get the wrong idea and think y'all on a full-fledged relationship in their mind, but you like, yeah, no, this is just the way I treat people when I go out with them. You know what I'm saying? I treat you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, y'all got to make these points, validate these so-called hookups, acquaintances, and all this type of stuff, so people don't get the wrong idea, and you don't end up on the T app.
On the T app, y'all. The T app is
terrible. Drag your ass on that T app.
The T app is terrible, y'all. Y'all might want to get a little fake ID and download the T, baby, because I'm telling you, the T is telling on Atlanta. I'm not lying.
The T app is gonna drag.
Women are posting their baby daddies, their boyfriends, their names, their locations, where they from. It's the app is almost it's lethal.
I hope people don't start getting hurt.
It's really lethal. I went in there and I looked and I played around in there. I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. Because I would be mad if I saw a man on there that I kicked it with and he HIV or he got herpes or he got that to throw me off a little bit. When you get to put in people's name, you got to really be like, okay, do I want to put this nigga for real? You know what I'm saying? You got the app is that serious. That T that stuff on there about men in Atlanta, Michigan, Detroit. I'm talking about Atlanta's big though.
Girl, I saw one.
I'm talking about.
Oh, I had to clutch my pearls. It had me sick.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I was like, oh my God.
So y'all need to be mindful of who's snapping you and putting your picture. You know,
and they putting pictures up. Sometimes,
especially if you're in multiple relationships and you're out here just doing you and you think you are, and these people taking pictures of you sleep, and you're in a bed and they posting it in this T app, and you thinking your shit is private and they got your whole video posted in the T. That's how serious that app is. But anyway, y'all, we got to
go check and make sure y'all ain't in.
We got to come to an end in this show, y'all. Please make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel.
Get these pre-med tickets.
The pre-med tickets are posted online. If you're needing them, you can reach out to me or V Lovebird, either one. I think most of y'all follow both of us. It don't make a difference how it comes together, as long as it comes together under one house.
It's a formal event. Men, all black, women, red. So it's gonna be very nice, classy, very. Y'all need to come on out and support your girls.
And you know, come out. Sometimes it's good to be grown and be dressed. Some of y'all don't put on clothes. It's part of life. Put on some damn clothes. Come out and dance a little bit. Bring your women. You know, bring the girls. You know, women love to put on clothes.
And if you're with a poly relationship, that's the more the merrier. Come on,
bring them too. We take it back. We love everybody.
Yeah,
we loving everybody.
But everyone is treated equal with Shelly Live and Be Lovebird.
Y'all be good, be blessed, be beautiful. Keep pressing. Don't let anybody take your joy. Like I always say, keep your head up even when it's down. We almost through this week. Stay prayed up and stay.
Today, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. Stay prayed up, y'all. Stay prayed up. I'll be on here Monday through Friday, the same time, same hour. V joined me today. Same hour, y'all. Tomorrow. I love y'all. We out of here.
Oh my God, it's Shelly Life. Their excuse, look at everything. She's planning, she thought in the world loves her. Shelly Life, she unapologetic. Sometimes misunderstood. She a boss, making boss moves, pushing, pressing past the pain.